Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Atif Sabir and I'm happy to welcome you to another episode of Talk with Annie. Today we are going to discuss an interesting topic: how to practice self-compassion and forgive yourself. In today's episode, my guest Annie will share his valuable knowledge, advice, and powerful insight that will help you to understand about self-compassion and forgive yourself. So let's start our today conversation. Annie, welcome to my show.
Wa alaikum assalam Atif. Thank you for the warm welcome. I'm honored to be your guest. Ready to start when you are. What's your first question?
Yes, the first one is what is self-compassion? Please tell me about the self-compassion to my viewers.
Self compassion is treating yourself with the same kindness, care, and understanding you'd offer a good friend when you suffer or make mistakes. It has three parts: self kindness, being gentle instead of harshly critical; common humanity, recognizing suffering is part of being human, not a personal failure; mindfulness, noticing pain without exaggeration or avoidance. Quick tip for viewers: next time you mess up, pause, place a hand on your heart, and say kindly, I'm hurting, it's okay. That's self compassion in practice.
Okay, what is self-compassion importance in our today lives?
Self compassion matters because it keeps you healthier, calmer, and more resilient. Short points for viewers: reduces stress, anxiety, and depression, improves motivation, and makes learning from mistakes easier, builds emotional resilience during hard times, strengthens relationships by lowering defensiveness, encourages healthier habits and self care. Tiny practice: when stressed, take 3 slow breaths and say, May I be kind to myself. Helps reset your nervous system.
Okay, what is we uh, imagine from this one to talk to yourself with kindness? What is behind of this sentence?
Good question. Behind talk to yourself with kindness is a shift in how you relate to your inner voice. Short version for viewers: it means replacing harsh, judgmental thoughts with caring, supportive ones. Imagine speaking as you would to a close friend: calm tone, gentle words, and helpful advice. The goal is regulation, not flattery, kindness that's honest and constructive. It activates soothing parts of the brain, reduces threat response, and makes change easier. Quick micro practice: notice a self critical thought, pause, and rephrase it as you would to a friend in one sentence. Example: I messed up right arrow, that was hard, you did your best, and you can try again. Want a few rephrasing examples?
Thank you very much. We move to the next question. What is the first step to forgiving yourself?
The first step is to acknowledge what happened and how you feel about it, without minimizing or blaming. Short steps for viewers: name the mistake or harm clearly. Notice the emotions, shame, guilt with compassion. Take responsibility for what you did, separate from identity: I did X, not I am X. Tiny practice: silently say, I see what happened and I feel, then breathe. Ready for question 4.
Okay. Annie, what do you think about that? What age group of peoples need more self compassion in today life?
Great question. Short answer: everyone needs self compassion, but adolescents and young adults often need it most today. Why short? They face identity pressure, social media comparisons, and academic career stress. Their brains are still developing emotional regulation and self concept. Early self compassion builds resilience that carries into adulthood. Quick tip: teach teens simple practices. Name the feeling, a soothing touch, and a kind phrase to help them build this habit. Want a teen friendly script I can give your viewers?
Okay. Another interesting question in my mind, that what is the outcome or practicing the self-compassion, if a person practice the self-compassion, what are the outcome he feel or comes into his life?
Short answer. Practicing self compassion leads to greater emotional balance, healthier relationships, and more effective growth. Key outcomes for viewers short bullets. Less shame, anxiety, and depression, more emotional calm. Faster recovery after setbacks, and fewer ruminating thoughts. Greater motivation to improve, not avoid, because failure feels safer. Stronger self worth and less need for external approval. Better relationships, more empathy, less defensiveness. Healthier habits, sleep, eating, exercise because you care for yourself. Increased resilience and life satisfaction. Tiny practice to notice change. Do a 2-week check, write one self kind phrase daily, and note mood or reactions. Ready for the next question?
Thank you, Annie. Why should we avoid harsh self-judgment?
Short answer. Harsh self judgment harms your mind and behavior. It makes things worse, not better. Brief reasons for viewers. Increases shame, anxiety, and depression. It hijacks motivation. Triggers threat responses, fight flight, so you freeze or react defensively. Encourages avoidance, rumination, and repeating mistakes instead of learning. Damages self worth and relationships. You become harder on others too. Lowers resilience. Setbacks feel catastrophic instead of manageable. Quick practice. When you notice a harsh thought, pause, take one slow breath, and rephrase it once with curiosity. What happened? That tiny shift opens space for change. Want a one-line phrase viewers can use to counter harshness?
Okay, we move to the next question. What can you do if you feel guilty about something?
Short answer. Acknowledge it, take responsibility, make amends if needed, and practice self-compassion. Step by step for viewers, very short. 1. Notice and name the guilt. I feel guilty about. 2. Check facts. Did you actually harm someone or violate your values? 3. If yes, apologize or fix it where possible. Concrete action reduces guilt. 4. Learn what to do differently next time. Practical step. 5. If you can't fix it, accept limits. Offer yourself compassion for being human. 6. Replace rumination with one kind phrase. I did wrong, I'm sorry, I'll do better. 7. If guilt is overwhelming or persistent, seek support or therapy. Tiny practice. Breathe 4-4-4, inhale 4s, hold 4s, exhale 4s, place hand on heart and say kindly, I'm sorry, I'm learning. Want a short apology script viewers can use?
Yes, you are quite right, and the things you discuss or deliver to the peoples, I think that is very useful for the peoples when they starting to compassion, and I think there's their routine work going much better, and improvements, and their control at their self being more better, and I think that the result are quite different in that way. Okay, the next question is, how does self-care support self-compassion?
Short answer. Self-care is the practical expression of self-compassion. It shows up as actions that meet your needs and soothe your body and mind. Quick points for viewers. Self-care signals your worth attention, reinforcing kind inner talk. It reduces stress and physical exhaustion, making compassionate responses easier. Practical care, sleep, food, movement, stabilizes emotions so you can reflect kindly. Small rituals, breaks, hobbies, boundaries teach your brain safety over threat. When you act kindly toward yourself, your inner critic quiets and healing begins. Tiny practice to share. Pick one simple self-care task today: 10-minute walk, good meal, or 15-minute nap. Before doing it, say, I'm doing this because I care about myself. Notice how that feels. Want a 3-step micro self-care routine for viewers?
Thank you very much, Annie, for your wonderful opinion, and for the last one you suggest about the routine work, some practicing. I think that is very useful for a person who uh, view our today episode and feels something good for his life or for his personal appearance. Thank you very much for your time for today. I will be right back in next episode. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.